Awesome. Hey everyone, I am Ruben from Workamajig. I have Mike Wang with me on today. We're going to discuss a little bit about the Advanced Accounting Bootcamp, which is coming up in October in Orlando. Mike, can you quickly introduce yourself and let us know what your role in Workamajig is?
Sure. I'm the director of training and support here at Workmajig. Basically, I coordinate all the training, support my staff, all the account managers, make sure they're up to speed on all the enhancements in Workmajig, and then be able to have the ability to support our clients.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mike. So we have an Advanced Accounting Bootcamp coming up. I've been getting a lot of questions. What is an advanced accounting? This is a brand new topic we've never
Yeah.
covered before. We always rotate between project management and billing and accounting. We decided to change it up a little bit and go for advanced accounting for people who want a real deeper dive. But advanced accounting is kind of a general terminology. So everyone's like, what is
Right.
advanced accounting? So before we
Correct.
actually get
Yeah.
into the agenda a little bit, what's the first feeling that comes to your mind when you think of another boot camp coming up?
Yeah, well, we've been doing boot camps for a long time, and as you said earlier, we've had them in two main categories: one for the project operations side, and then the other for the billing finance side. And what we want to do differently, and this is based on feedback from all the previous boot camps that we've held, is that a lot of folks seem to be interested in if we had hosted a more advanced boot camp, pertaining to these topics. And we uh, pulled together all the feedback, all the questions that we were asked at these various finance boot camps, and we thought, this would be a good topic to get everybody on the same page, raise everyone's level on things like key metrics, billing and accounting workflows, and metrics and other standard agency best practices that we think everyone should be aware of, or at least deploying in Workmajig. And that's why we put this together. And I think this is more of again, just like our previous boot camps, this is a direct response to our clients wanting something more advanced, sharing ideas and workflows with more advanced finance folks, and that's what this is about.
Cool. I love that. I'm actually looking forward to this. It was fun to build out the agenda with you.
Mhm.
Yes, I definitely second that. This agenda is totally built on, what our previous attendees wanted. If I could say this, I don't know if I'm allowed to, but yes, a lot of the attendees are people who've been to boot camp before. They want to come back. They just needed a new agenda and they wanted us to cover new topics, more learning. And yes, we were really excited to hear that. And we're even more excited to put together something new for them. So Mike, let me ask you, is there any one new or unexpected thing participants will take away from this advanced accounting bootcamp, like compared to prior years?
Yeah, I think what we noticed in our previous boot camps was that not everyone was doing key workflows that then affected other parts of Workmajig. As you know, Workmajig is very interconnected. Everything that you do, from estimating flows to the schedule, to the resourcing, to the budgeting, tracking, actuals, billing, financials, so forth, right? And so there's key parts and key workflows of Workmajig we realized that people weren't not doing or not paying attention to, that then ultimately affected how they were able to get information out of Workmajig, to be able to measure metrics or to be able to see information, just because they were not aligning how they were, budgeting to billing and then finally looking at their financials. And so what we're trying to do is pick very specific topics that if those areas have been aligned properly, then we would be able to showcase the results of the metrics and the information you'd be able to pull to make better business decisions. And that's what this is about. And so we will be going in very specifics on different key areas like billing. Billing will be a very specific workflow we're going to tackle, because billing is central to how you estimated the project, right? And also ultimately how information gets posted to your ledger to look at things like, profitability by client and corporate P&Ls and so forth. So we felt like something central like billing would be a hub and have all these spokes that touch different parts of Workamajig that clients need to be aware of, and at least understand what they're giving up if they're not doing certain things that we're recommending.
Awesome. That sounds great. It actually sounds kind of heavy too. So on the other note, any like fun things that you look forward to at bootcamp? I know for myself when I was there, I think what I enjoyed most was standing in the back of the room while you guys were talking and chatting it up with different clients. The bootcamp dinner for me was phenomenal to like
Yeah,
a little more laid back setting, connecting with our team first of all, who I don't get to see enough of, and connecting to our users a little bit back and
right.
forth in the bus with them and just spending time with them in the restaurant. How about you?
Yeah.
What do you think was the most fun part of boot camp for you?
Well, I think the what I enjoy most is meeting everybody from different backgrounds, and different levels of their career. It's always great to see newcomers coming into the agency world, learning about finance or operations, and then connecting them with more seasoned folks that have been in the industry for decades, and be able to kind of exchange ideas and workflow. And and in a lot of ways, I enjoy the new vision and the new perspective on things that new folks that come into the industry provides. At the same time, I respect the wisdom of some of the older folks that have been around in the industry, have seen all the differences and transitions, especially around more advanced or more current topics like AI, right? When we get into these conversations, it's really electrifying to see different perspectives from seasoned folks versus newer folks into the industry, about their impact or about embracing, these ideas and tools in different ways. So instead of fearing it, maybe there's an adoption, a way to kind of complement what the agency's already doing. So those are what I like the most. And I agree with you. The chit chats and the jokes and the work on mojitos, definitely helps foster those
Yes.
kind of conversations. And what I also like is the conversations continue beyond the boot camp. Once they make these connections, they share contact info. They might be visiting, that city, and maybe be able to meet up for coffee or something. That's what I also like to see happen as well. So that's what I enjoy most. It's just meeting folks and getting new ideas and or different opinions or different ideas on certain topics that affect all of us in the industry.
Yes, I definitely love that. Learning from each other, I thought was like a phenomenal part of boot camp. The amount of interaction was kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah,
The Q&A sessions, just when and when, that
yeah.
was awesome. And if you had to sum it up in one sentence, why do you think someone should book their boot camp seat today?
Well, I think, this is your opportunity to meet your peers, to exchange ideas, to meet industry leaders. We're going to have folks like Vince, and I believe he's bringing other consultants as well, to kind of bring their perspective on the landscape or the changing landscape, rapid changing landscape of the
Yes.
industry, right? With the new AI tools, with the metrics, value added pricing, all those kind of things that he's going to mention, I think just adds to that conversation. And I think it's really important to kind of hear that in person, because you're going to be able to interact and ask questions, network with other folks and say, what do you think about that? Or how do you plan to adopt this or implement, or what are the barriers preventing folks to overcome or implement or deploy Workmajig in a way that's going to make the most business sense for them. It's certainly that those kind of synergies in the rooms and the conversations in the room and the energy in the room is really difficult to mimic remotely, and that's why we've thought about doing boot camps remotely. We just felt like that energy and that synergy and that cooperation just isn't going to be as natural unless you're in the same room with that person. So that's what I would say, is that book your spot now, come join us for some work mojitos, and then just have some fireside chats with us. I think you're going to have the opportunity to meet a lot of talented folks. I think you're going to be able to take away a lot of nuggets of wisdom with you.
Amazing. Thank you, Mike. I love that. That was a great recap. I appreciate it. And yes, I hope to see you all in Orlando.